Hello and welcome to the Kryptonite Podcast. I'm Mark Stowers, and with me as always is
Chris Connoisseur.
And
Awesome metal.
I don't know.
Rob Morphy.
thank y'all so very much for joining us. As always, patreon.com/Kryptonite Podcast. Check that out.
Do it.
$5 gets you some bonus audio every month. $1 gets you a shout out. The $5 also gets you a shout out as well. And thank you all to everyone who supports our Patreon campaign. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you much. We got some dope shit coming.
We do.
It's
We
right
got some-
behind me, actually. But
Yeah, it is. It's right behind Chris. We got some cool stuff coming. So this week we are going a little bit more paranormal.
A smidge.
A little bit.
Yeah.
We're talking about little red devils.
The tiniest.
Little
All right.
miniatures.
we'll see if they're devils.
Okay, we'll see.
Yes,
We'll
we
see what
will.
happens. All right, let's get started with, throughout the second half of the 20th century, numerous residents in Virginia claim to have encountered remarkably similar and distinctly diabolical entities, which have been referred to as Trollics and moon worshippers, but that most people would recognize as an image of a classic Crimson Devil, albeit miniature.
Indubadilly.
We're
Okay.
talking little tiny,
That makes sense.
Red
cute
devils.
little red devils.
I don't know about how cute. Maybe the cute part should be tabled for now.
Okay, so maybe because they're miniature, I'm assuming they're cute, because
Yeah.
most things that are miniature are kind of cute.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
But not if it's like miniature something all fucking demonic.
Okay.
Maybe less
Well,
cute.
you know
Yeah.
what, Rob? Let's just
I don't
continue.
know. Weensy Baphomets.
Kind
Oh,
of cute.
yeah.
If you just had a little
You're
tiny
right.
one,
Like,
it was
if it's all Baphomets, terrifying.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, you're
like
right.
a Weens Baphomet. Like,
Yeah.
"Oh, guys."
Dude, if like a 1.5 foot tall Baphomet came in here and was like, just squeaking
No, I'm
and
still
shit.
freaked out.
I don't
I
know.
don't
If he's
know,
like,
man.
Oh,
Hey
because
guys,
so
let's
tiny.
go to hell.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And he probably has
All
like
right.
an In at Burger King for fucking the Agnormous burrito and shit.
Can you imagine he's just
Oh.
trying to hit you and it's just like, let's
Yeah,
just
but you're like, oh, stop. You're
I
Yeah,
just
know.
but you
so
guys have seen.
cute.
You,
Come on
you
now.
must have seen Trilogy of Terror with that little Zuni fetish who's chasing Karen Black around her apartment.
yeah, she wasn't prepared.
She was not prepared
And-
for a
Yeah.
fucking like a 12-inch tall fucking fetish doll with one tiny spear
Yeah.
to come to life. And I'm telling you, it sounds adorable. It is not.
Okay.
It was
Baphomet's not an
terrifying.
attacker. He's just an influencer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, even looking like Cat's Eye, like that little
All
tiny
right,
thing,
that
with the
little
sword.
gremlin thing that the kitty
Kinda
cat ended up
cute.
doing in. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
scary though with its little
Yeah,
teeth.
I know.
Oh,
but
yeah, I know.
still.
Sucking your life away.
Oh, it takes your breath, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it does. Shit.
yeah. Drew
Or is it-
Barrymore almost didn't live to be a Charlie's Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. All right. Well, Robert,
Anywho.
let's talk
Anywho.
about
Weensy things.
little red devils.
The first known encounter with the being or beings known as Little Red Devils or Virginia Devils occurred in May or June of 1968 in the small rural community of Crewe, Virginia. The eyewitness, known only as Bob, was just a young child at the time, but he could still vividly recall details of the incident decades later. According to Bob, while his mother was enduring excruciating labor pains during an arduous at-home birth, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, why?
Wow, 68.
Just go to the doctor, man.
You know.
His father had sent him and his brother out to the front porch to wash their hands, or just to get away from the fucking melee, probably.
Yeah.
It was then that Bob saw something he would never forget, in his own words. This childlike creature stepped up on the porch and scared me to death. I tried to tell my brother, who was also on the porch, but he never saw this thing. I could not speak to tell my brother, and I believe this thing was doing something to us to keep us from talking to each other. So that's a lot to unpack right there. The brother
Okay.
can't see it, and he firmly believes there's some sort of psychic firewall or something that's
Okay.
preventing
Yeah,
him
really.
at least from talking to his brother. Bob would go on to describe its physical form. The creature had pinkish red skin, big shiny eyes, and a mouth. I don't remember seeing a nose. If so, it was very small. Its feet were like small hooves. I called it the devil.
So it's a tiny little.
So it's a tiny
Red.
pinkish red,
Tiny pink devil.
like a little skull slit nose.
Yeah, okay.
Big eyes. I imagine black
They said
eyes,
big
but honestly,
shiny
it doesn't
eye-
describe.
yeah,
It
I
could
know.
have shiny
It could have
eyes.
beautiful blue eyes.
It could have just gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
Brown-eyed
Yeah.
devil. We don't know. But hooves. But unfortunately, a tail with a little tiny pointy arrowhead was not described. And that
Okay.
to me is trademark vintage little
oh,
devil.
100%.
But it does
Yeah.
have hooves.
It does
goatee.
have hooves.
Is there a goatee?
See,
Oh.
we only have what Bob gave us.
Okay, all right.
Not a devil.
No sooner had this demonic apparition appeared than it scurried away. According to Bob, it moved just like lightning, very fast.
Okay.
Bob's brother claimed not to have been able to see the creature, and when Bob finally mustered up the courage to tell his father what he'd seen, the patriarch of the family refused to believe him. Well, he's got a lot on his plate.
Yeah.
Home birth, new mouth to feed.
Yeah, I mean, really, the kid sees it, but his brother doesn't. So you're gonna go tell Dad, like, well, fucking dude didn't see it, but I saw it. Like,
And maybe he doesn't want to
Yeah.
think the devil was on his porch while his wife was
he's
giving
got a
birth.
lot. You know what though, Rob?
Yeah,
you're right. He has
you
a
don't
lot
wanna
to
just
handle right
say
now.
that.
Plus, he's got the still out back.
Yeah,
Because you know.
Ma's giving birth. You got to take care of the mash. It's a whole thing.
Nevertheless, Bob never changed a word of his story and swore it was true. That's the first case.
Okay.
The next cases, I'm going to warn people in advance, are a lot of initials. We are not going to get as clear-cut a name as a Bob.
Okay.
The next confirmed Virginia encounter, and all of these take place in Virginia,
Okay.
which is
All right.
one of the reasons they're called Virginia Devils.
Okay.
Which leads me to have a few theories, but we'll
Okay.
break them down in a little bit. Was from May of 1992, so that's a hell of a jump.
Yep.
The witness, who went under the moniker CM, wrote that after high school let out, he and a friend had decided to visit a local nature trail. The pair arrived at approximately 4:30 p.m. and began walking the trails. At some point during their trek, the youthful duo strayed from the path and spotted a being nearly identical to the one Bob had seen 24 years before. The witnesses described the red-furred entity as resembling a traditional depiction of a horned devil. So this one we definitely get the horns.
And fur.
Goatee.
Only much smaller, claiming that it only stood between 2 and 3 feet tall. Suddenly, the inexplicable beast let loose with a terrifyingly shrill laugh.
Oh,
That's
you
just
don't
not what you
want
need.
that. Yeah, see.
Because you could think it's an animal at this point.
You could be like,
It's
it's a
like, oh,
weird
it's a-
possum.
It's the bipedal fox.
Yeah, yeah,
the
they're rarely
bipedal
seen.
fox goat with the
Yeah.
horns
Okay.
and the hooves.
Yeah.
Your
I'll buy
mind
it.
wants to fucking grasp to something rational, and then it laughs.
It's a baby moose.
It's a baby moose.
Yeah.
A baby red moose.
A baby red moose.
Common in
the
Virginia.
rare Virginia baby red moose with scallions and a zombie girl.
Oh,
and an
no,
incantation.
now you're digging too deep.
Yeah.
At which
Feelings
point...
were hurt.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
All right, continue.
All right, I'm going to continue this.
Thank you.
Man.
As soon as this fucking thing laughed, CM's friend, understandably, freaked the fuck out and sprinted back towards the path. The red devil dashed past CM, chasing his friend for about 20 feet before veering off into the woods.
That's kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
Like, I got you, bitch. And then it
Yeah,
fucking
it's like,
turns.
and you know, and here's poor fucking CM standing
Yeah, just
there.
like- it's like
it's
shit.
like friend dashes, thing runs right past him.
Yeah.
But then chucks off into the woods.
And he's probably thinking his friend's fucked.
Oh my god.
Like, that's it, you're done.
And then you're like, what do I run the other direction, or am
yeah,
I just gonna be
unfortunately,
another
your
victim?
friend's
Yeah.
dead. Sorry.
Just another victim.
Wow. The boys were chilled to the bone when they heard that same piercing laugh echo through the trees.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
fun.
it's
No.
just messing with them.
And you know they went out. They just wanted to get high. You do not
Probably.
walk the trails after high school. You know, no
To
one's
not
on
get
that,
high.
that like rigorous exercise regimen where you're just with one
no.
other buddy and you're like, you know what? Let's shed these extra
Time to
fried
get healthy.
calories.
Yeah, you got a sweet doob rolled. Well, it was 90, so maybe you've got like a blunt or something like that. One of those.
Oh,
you
most
know.
likely.
Yeah. Yeah. The two of you clearly cannot finish.
No.
No. You're just
No.
going to like take a couple puffs.
But
get
you
all
will give it the
fucked
old
up.
college try.
You'll try and you'll fail.
So they're heading out to Bull Point for a fine little afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what friends do.
And fuck.
Yeah.
You run into this. And then you can't go there to get high again after that. Or anything.
Yeah, you're like
Can't go out there for like a date walk. You can't go out there to
No.
drink on a Friday
you
night.
can't
Yeah,
bring
I
All
don't-
the
chicks.
things you
Wouldn't
use the
trust it.
fucking trails for.
Yeah,
Out.
exactly.
Garbage. All right. Chilled to the bone. Just 1 month later, in June of 92, a man identified as JP, like I said, there's going to be a lot of acronyms, was driving his pickup over Red Hills Road in Horntown, Virginia, when he decided to change direction. It's his prerogative.
All right.
And it's really all I know. It's like
Shit.
they didn't give any.
That's just
like
a
all of a
weird
sudden,
descriptor.
It
I
is,
got
I know.
to turn around. I missed the turn.
As I was writing this, I'm like, fuck. I really wish they had said like, oh, I left the stove on, or
Yeah, no, just like wrong direction. Should have been.
Forgot my
Should have been
pager.
going east. I went
Something.
west. Fuck.
He backed his truck up onto a little side road in order to turn around when he heard the telltale sound of his truck scraping against the pavement. Pissed at himself and wanting to assess the damage, JP jumped out of the pickup to check the vehicle. As soon as his boots hit the asphalt, he heard an alarming animalistic sound emanating from the bushes. JP, having no interest in facing anything that was either dangerous or rabid, one of us can speak to that.
I recently completed all of my rabies shots.
And we're so happy.
And depending on when this comes out, I am rabies free as of now.
Dope.
Right
Unless
on.
I get bit again.
Don't.
Not dope.
Not good. Yeah.
Quickly retreating back into his vehicle, he turned and looked through his back window, straining to see what had been making the disturbing sounds. That's when his nervous system was shocked by something he could never have anticipated. A pair of tiny red hands emerging from the bushes. So just
What the
it's just
fuck?
a fucking like dark bush, and you see these little hands like, "Hey man,
Hey, man, it's cool.
I ain't got a gun."
Yeah, just hanging out. Nothing. Nothing.
Or it's the dupe.
It's the dude.
Look, I'm not gonna do anything, dude. It's cool. Be cool. And all of a sudden, fucking done.
Just a weird way to
Yeah,
fucking come out of the
dude.
bushes, though.
That's how you get people, man.
Tiny red hands.
Yeah, just little tiny.
Are they
little-
back scratchers? Like
Could you imagine?
it's really an 8-foot-tall monster hiding behind the bushes, and he's like,
Wait a minute. Was it a hobo with two back scratchers? And you're like,
Oh my god.
tiny red hands.
A little person hobo with two fucking
yeah,
red back
or just
scratchers.
a regular hobo crouched
Crouched down.
down.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Fine.
Either way,
All right. We're not listen,
hobo with a back scratcher.
Anybody can be a hobo.
It's true.
yeah,
We are not limiting hobo potential.
Power-
here.
you can
does
back
not
scratchers
discriminate.
anywhere.
Wow.
You can find them in the woods. I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, back scratchers.
Debunked.
Oh my god. The wonders of Mark. All right. Almost certainly doubting his eyes, JP watched in bewilderment as the rest of the creature slowly emerged from its hiding spot, revealing a tiny red devil with a huge shark-like grin. In his own words.
Hands up, and all of a sudden you see the
Yes.
head like. Oh man! And you just gotta be like, shit.
All teeth.
Yeah, just literally
all teeth.
Literally all teeth.
This is what JP had to say. The only way I can really describe the creature is a 3 or 4 foot tall satyr. He had red hair all over his body, and he had legs, and he had the legs of an animal, hooves of a horse or a goat. So I did the only logical thing anyone would do. I put the truck into gear and I took off like crazy.
I mean, good for
job.
him. Yeah.
Okay.
First off, good call on the satyr.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I had no estimation of JP's education or whatever he was doing. He's just a guy backing up a truck.
Sure.
But I love the fact that he's calling out like ancient European lore with the satyr. I think that's fucking dope as shit.
Sure.
And then he's doing the sage thing.
Satyr- Explain it to me. real
Like
quick.
Pan, like the
Oh,
goat-legged,
all right,
you know,
all right.
Yeah,
gods
that's a
of
little bit
fucking in wine.
different
Right.
than just an all pink thing.
I mean, it's these last two have been covered in fur. The first one, when fur wasn't mentioned.
Yeah. But
Okay.
this thing is red,
Okay.
Rad.
and it's
Yeah.
a 3 or 4 foot satyr.
And it's got fucking hooves and shit.
And a devil
Like
grin.
they do.
shitload of teeth.
It would be nearly 3 years before the same red devil, or one of its ilk. Unfortunately, a lot of people tend to, I shouldn't say a lot of people, what I've read tends to glom this together as a single entity, but
Yeah,
I
it
don't
doesn't-
think that's the case.
No, it doesn't
No,
seemingly.
probably not.
No. Made its next reported appearance. In 1995, a married couple were parked somewhere in the unincorporated community of Red Hill in Accomack County, Virginia, when they noticed a tiny, devilish humanoid staring into their car.
Weird.
The moment they made eye contact with the diabolic being, it turned tail and disappeared into the woods. They were spared its evil grin and horrific laugh.
So just peeping in on him, like, what
Just
are you?
being like, hey, what's up?
What are you doing?
Wanna see
What's
some
going
boobies?
on? Married,
Where's the boobies?
married couple parking. What are you guys gonna do? You can talk about taxes, kids. You gonna bang?
Taxes.
You're gonna clap some cheeks. What are
Guys
you
got
gonna
some
do?
doobage.
Clap some cheeks.
Clap some cheeks.
In a break from tradition, sometime in April of 1997, a man with the initials of JS was on a backcountry road when he saw what he described as a quote-unquote little thing. At first he thought it was a dog, until the creature abruptly stood up on its hind legs and ambled for the woods.
Worst dog ever.
Could still
Yeah.
be a dog.
Or I mean, actually,
They
or-
could be a trained
they do
circus
that.
dog.
yeah, dogs can get up on their hind legs and walk. So maybe you know what? I take that back. Maybe not worst dog, best dog.
Or cat. I've seen cats do it too.
That's true. Rarely, but
really,
they do.
A cat on the hind legs is creepy.
They're the funniest
Just
things
like
in the world.
When
When they move back, when they're scared, they're just like, they're like, I can watch that all day.
Like the other eyewitnesses, J.S. claimed that the being resembled a diminutive devil, but unlike the other observers, he testified that the thing was snowflake white. A radio broadcast from the station WROX-FM, that's W Rocks, for those that weren't doing the math,
W Rocks, Virginia.
apparently confirmed that another eyewitness had seen the same or similar creature in the same region.
Now we got a white variation.
A white variation.
Well,
Interesting.
or something
We're
completely different.
going to discuss that.
Or it could be a skunk, whatever.
Fucking owl.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
gonna throw a little fucking monkey dick in the works here.
Okay, all right. Well,
Little
you better-
prematurely.
I feel like it's going to be a big one.
It's gonna be a big old monkey dick. Here we go.
I think it's a baby sheep squatch. I think we're conflating two different phenomena.
How
a cryptozoological
adorable.
phenomenon, which is definitely well known in the
Yeah,
Virginia
but
and
just
West
a
Virginia
little
area.
tiny sheep
Little They
squatch.
have to start off some way.
Yeah.
Baby sheep
Oh,
squatch.
they're probably
some
so
way.
cute. They're just like, all weird.
And probably toothy and hellish, but still.
Yeah, but I bet you could befriend one.
But not demonic actively.
be like your own ET, but a sheep squatch.
If you raise it young enough, maybe you can be inured to its evil.
Cool
Maybe.
would that be?
Like just after it's weaned.
Yeah, how dope though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. When do you adopt a sheep squatch?
I mean, there's
don't
there's a
even know.
process. I mean, you got to get it vetted and shit. You gotta,
I'm sure the SPCA's got rules. They got rules for everything.
Yeah, they do.
You
Kinda,
literally now need like 1,700 character references to like get a kitten. So, and good. I mean, you don't want shit heels
it's
getting
good.
animals,
Yeah,
but
no.
Well,
Okay, well,
Sheep squatch.
Maybe we can all shoot for a sheep squatch.
2 months later, on a warm, damp night, that's a quote, in June of 1997, a man referred to as BCM, the longest acronym yet, saw a figure that was about 3 feet tall in Chandler's Crest on the island of Chincoteague. And that's off of Virginia. That's part of Virginia. He described what he saw. It had a podgy stomach with white fur. Its legs were very angled, and its head was rather pointed with deep-set eyes that seemed dark. And its face blended with the fur. Its face blended with the fur.
okay.
I don't know what to do with that.
That means
but-
its face was furry
Like
and it just
like
blended
Wolfman,
into the
maybe?
other.
or that it was maybe the opposite, like you're saying, like Lon Chaney Wolfman, where
Yeah.
it's like skin blending into fur. I don't know. It had rather thin arms and hands that looked as though they had claws. Startled by what he saw, his sudden jerk, and by that I mean he suddenly jerked
Sure.
in reaction, apparently frightened the thing. He continued. It stood there for seconds, but when I jumped, it scared it away. It turned and bounded or galloped on 4 legs. Slightly different form of
Okay,
locomotion.
4 legs. That could be a goat.
I kind of think he saw a goat.
You could
Like,
yeah.
the last one was,
Yeah.
was, I think, a baby sheep squatch.
Right.
So I think it's all supposed to be little red devils, except the 2 white devils.
Yeah.
And
then-
this is not me making a mistake.
Maybe,
This is just
maybe,
me
maybe
translating
someone
what's
saw a
reported.
goat.
So I think we got a sheep squatch, a goat, and little baby devils.
All right. I mean,
So far.
goats are fucking weird, man.
Only 2
They're-
are devils.
Yeah.
3.
3-ish.
And if you saw like a red devil
the guy
ride
in the
the
truck
goat-
was
Well, just the guy that
Saturday,
said,
the married couple.
That one's just like, I saw a thing and it ran away. That's
Yeah,
the only
really.
story. Like, there's no more to that story.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you
Well,
do
it's
with
still
that?
a story.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not a story, but I agree with Chris. The guy was like, I saw a thing and ran. I mean, it
That's
could be
it.
anything.
Could be a cup. Could be a garbage bag.
Saw a mug, it ran.
All
Fuck
right.
you, mug.
In August of 1997, a sighting was submitted by an anonymous visitor to the now defunct website called The Spheres of Influence.
Oh, I want to see that website. I
Yeah.
hope it's on the Internet Archive.
The Wayback
'cause
Archive?
Yeah, I guarantee that's an Angel Fire shithole.
Which was edited by Chris C., who began the website after allegedly witnessing a red devil himself.
How would you call it the Spheres of Influence?
Why not?
Well, what is
How would
influencing
you
you?
call fucking littlereddevils.net?
That would make sense.
Yeah.
But maybe it went deeper and
Yeah.
he knew about it and he was trying to tell people.
Oh, so he's expanding
and
on
the
everything
truth
now?
was fucking
That's-
so overwhelming it eventually tanked under the weight of its own expose.
That's where you go wrong. That's how you start doing fucking published help books and shit. You're like, here's how to survive devils by Chris C.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not
You're
me.
being a little
it's
harsh on
not
Chris C.
me,
I'm
by the
saying,
way.
Look,
I know.
It's
it
not
could be our
me.
own- it could
Chris
be our own
Carnicelli.
Chris,
I
yeah.
did not do that.
Because you'd be making him feel really bad right now if he had.
Find a website, there'd just be pizza on
disrespect
it.
to Chrissy. I'm sure his site was cool, but
According to an unidentified poster, a neighbor's boyfriend had witnessed multiple small devils in Lynchburg when he was a teenager in 1987, stating they had brownish hair on them. Well, you're fucked right there.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not
Well,
red.
they're not red
it's
devils.
brown. Yeah. And it's because somebody posts this on your fucking forum on your website. I mean, we used to run a forum, remember?
Oh, I sure do.
Do you remember the
I remember
the nightmare?
It was impeccable pedigree of characters who well vetted everything they said and meant it all.
And did not like us.
Oh, it was a fucking
And
horror
on
show.
an individual basis, they did not like you and they did not like me.
No,
They did not like anybody.
forums are the fucking
Yeah,
worst.
they're fucking terrible. They're the fucking garbage of garbage internets.
But if I may continue,
Please.
they had brownish hair on them from what he could see in the dark. I don't know why it's written in third person, but I'm using the quote. They had bare human-like faces, which is kind of what you were indicating earlier,
Okay.
and were murmuring to themselves and laughing. Oh, that's just... They're the dicks at the other lunch table now.
Yeah.
They sound like kobolds. No, those are like dog face.
What is
Bugbears?
A bugbear?
A
Bugbear.
bugbear? You ever found a bugbear in D&D?
From D&D? Yeah, no, I have, yeah.
They had
Bugbear?
I don't know. I fought a bugbear a couple times.
All right, good,
Yeah.
good for
I had a
you.
helmet with antlers on it. It didn't help. There's no extra roll for antlers.
no.
No, I don't give a shit about my antlers.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Shit.
sweet helmet.
It was a
too.
helmet? No.
Yeah. No.
-1 on your armor class?
No, I should be plus for a fucking weapon. They're on my head.
You can't headbutt anybody with
Fuck,
antlers
you
and do
can't
damage.
headbutt somebody
You
with
can-
antlers and a
You
helmet.
can roll for it.
You can totally roll. There's a roll for that.
All right, I'm sorry. I
Probably.
take it back.
That's why I put the antlers on the goddamn helmet.
Well, it
Yeah,
depends
no,
on-
because in the
the DM,
history
I
of
guess.
fucking helms, antlers have always been a super effective method in the battlefield.
Yeah.
If I have a helmet on with antlers and I headbutt you, you're going to feel it.
Fair enough.
You have to
All
hit
right.
first. It'd be a really tough roll to try to do that.
You really, it shouldn't be that complicated.
Oh
How's
my
it
god!
how does it stay in her head?
It's a helmet. There's a strap. What do you mean how does it stay on my
Helms
head?
back then did not normally have straps.
Ah, shit. All right. Whatever.
Can we please get back
Yes,
to
you
this?
can find our
No,
our
we're going to argue D&D from now on. Sorry.
We have a lot of listeners that play
Story's
D&D.
over.
Get a hold of me about the proper roll so that when I headbutt someone with my fucking sweet
I mean,
deer
you could
horn
have a
helmet.
strap,
I mean, is it
guess.
like full stag? Is it like 18 points?
Yeah,
That's gonna be
motherfucker. It was
really
a
heavy,
big
too.
fucking
Yeah.
set of horns.
Somebody would see that coming miles away and just step to the side. As soon as you went over, you would fall to the ground probably.
All right.
You have to do an ab check to make sure you get your core can handle the
You
weight.
gotta roll for core strength.
For abs. Oh, man.
I feel my roll, and Mark's down again.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Mark, with your shit roll. All right, sorry. Continue.
The Spheres of Influence website also mentioned the purported designations of Trollic and Moon Worshipper, but the pedigrees of these names were not specified.
So they just came up with it's a Trollic or
Listen,
a Trollic, and it's a moon worshiper.
Chris C could have done a lot of research.
I
All
did.
right? We don't know. Let's not disparage his means of researching. I don't know. Maybe he just made
I
shit
don't
up,
know what any of
or
that means.
Maybe, but whatever.
Is it weird old timey slang like it's a Trollic, it's a moon worshiper? Like what does it mean?
Why are you
I don't
asking
know.
me?
Look it
I
up.
don't know.
know.
I'm asking because you're the guy, man. You're the dude.
I'm the guy
You're
that
the
wrote the
guy.
article
You are
based
the
on the
guy.
dude that did the research that actually saw the website. This is third-hand fucking devil
Yeah.
action.
Should we look up the website?
It's more like eighth hand, but probably.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Probably.
All right.
In all fairness.
If anybody remembers that website, hit us up.
Ghost Historian, this is the man who did the
Okay,
actual website,
Ghost.
and I'm giving him
Sweet.
some props here because I thank him for it, and author M.J. Wayland, who did a pretty amazing job collecting these accounts, speculated that the Little Red Devils of Virginia might not be infernal or cryptozoological in origin, but more closely akin to Native American trickster entities known as the Geoludmosieg. I think I said that as close as I can. They can be found near riverbanks and swampy aries. According to the Maliseet Nation of New Brunswick, They are little magical beings who enjoy playing pranks on people, but that they can also be appeased with gifts of tobacco placed on the ground near or where the pranks are taking place. The tricks will then stop immediately, according to legend.
So they're trying to like bum smokes?
Just bum smokes.
Like, hey, bro, you got a cigarette?
You throw them a fucking some Juul now and fucking some vape fucking sauce.
You can't give the tricksters jewels.
You don't know.
Yeah, but here you go, buddy. Vape, have a Monster.
Maybe
there you
they'll
go.
love it.
Nah, you gotta give them tobacco. The old school, man, the organic. Can you imagine you got like a fucking sweet Newport 100? Oh, dude, I can taste those still.
God.
Like a Newport 100 or like a Marb Red. Oh, my mouth waters. It's like a steak.
Dude, the 100s were not nearly as good as a regular Newport. They tasted different.
Do you remember like the Newport Reds where it was like
they were just regular?
Yeah, it was like a regular Newport, but there was like
not
no
menthol
to it. Yeah, that sucked.
No, they blew.
Didn't you used to smoke Noops?
Yeah, a long time.
But then when you and I were working, you were smoking like Marb Lights. Right?
Yeah, I swear I gradually went down because just my lungs died and fucking I was doing Marb Ultralights at one point.
I think when I quit, I was smoking Ultralights. But then occasionally, when I get a little fucking stressed out and dip back, I might go and buy a pack of Marb Lights. Every so often.
Upgrading back up from
I'm
Ultra
going
to
to
Light.
Lights. Yeah, I may have recently bummed a Newport. I don't know.
Wow.
They're tasty, though. Man. But I'm just saying.
They were super tasty.
Not a bad way to get a smoke. Not a bad way.
Are you suggesting that you are a Native American legend beast?
I mean, I could be. You don't know that I'm not.
You're right.
You're not with me all the time.
I'm not.
What if I got little, tiny, cute red feet?
I think that's
You
awesome.
want to see them?
No.
Ain't going to show them to you.
Good.
There you go.
I'd rather that remain unconfirmed.
Continue.
All right.
I don't even know what any of that was.
You're not going to get to see my feet either.
Whatever. Whatever.
Wayland also suggests that the Red Devils resemble European trickster types such as Robin Goodfellow, the Satyr, Puck, and the pagan god Pan.
Like Puck from Omega or from fucking...
From Shakespeare.
Alpha Flight? Oh.
Jesus. He's tiny like Puck from Alpha Flight, but it's just a little satyr type thing. It's a little goat-legged pan flute
Puck
playing.
was in Shakespeare?
Yeah.
I didn't...
Not the same character.
Okay.
Okay.
I was really concerned.
Or was he? I don't know.
I was concerned. I'm like, dude, was fucking Sasquatch there and fucking North Star?
That shit goes deep.
Fuck yeah, dude, was Vindicator.
Vindicator was
Vindicator
absolutely
was there, dude. That's
No,
fucking
Taming the
dope.
Shrew is all about Vindicator. Yeah.
Shit.
He further ponders whether or not these imps, or at least their portrayals, might have hitched a ride with European immigrants to the region.
Ooh, like American God style. We brought this up before.
We have indeed.
Bring your traditions.
Whatever these things may be, one thing's for sure, they fill whoever encounter them with dread. That is the universal. People are definitely afraid and they get the fuck out of Dodge. Perhaps that's because they so closely resemble something that in our Christian society is indelibly associated with infernal evil. Or perhaps it's because seeing these things might actually endanger one's immortal soul. These are the little red devils of Virginia.
Yeah,
uniquely geographically settled to one place,
To
which
one
is one of
area.
the
It is
fucking
weird.
weirdest parts
Yeah.
about them.
And Virginia's like not gigantic.
No.
Like, I mean, it's decent size, but you've got Virginia, you got West Virginia.
Sure.
I mean, you know.
does
there's-
that mean?
I'm just saying there's Virginia and there's West
You got
Virginia.
your Virginia.
You got your
You
West
got
Virginia.
your whatever's next to Virginia.
It's like Ohio there somewhere, right?
Oh, God.
Appalachian Trail? Right?
Yeah,
What
they're all
if these are...
together.
Yeah.
I don't
Where's
know.
Ohio? Where's Ohio?
Honestly, get a map because I have no idea.
Once I get past Pennsylvania, I
You
don't know
are
what
insane.
happens. I don't
Ohio's
really,
like directly west of us.
I know, but once you get through Pennsylvania, where do you go?
Okay, that's the completely different direction than Ohio.
I'm just saying, Ohio aside, once you get through Pennsylvania, where do you end up?
There's all kinds of places down there
Where?
you go through.
I'm just saying,
None
where?
of us
I don't
know
know.
the next state. I think that
Exactly.
It depends
you
which-
fuckers. No one
It
knows
de-
what's past Pennsylvania.
It depends which angle you go.
Where's Delaware?
around.
That's east.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
doing its thing.
About Maine.
Why don't you worry about fucking your
Yeah.
own state?
You know what? I know where Canada is. Yeah,
'Cause we
exactly.
border it.
I know where Pennsylvania is.
Because we border it.
I
I
know
think
where
if you-
New York City is, and I know where New Jersey is.
Yeah.
Don't even get me fucking started about what's past Pennsylvania.
You will hit.
We are fucking
You will hit a
dumb.
little bit of. You'll hit a little bit of Maryland, I
no
think,
one knows.
or close
no
to
one
Maryland.
knows. You don't know.
It's a great mix.
Exactly. You have no
Dude,
idea.
honestly, this might as well be one of those maps with fucking sea monsters on it. I mean, I've only driven down to Florida, I don't know, 20
Yeah.
times, but
Dude,
I'll be fucked
whatever.
if I know.
Fuck it. I drove to Virginia at one point. That's
Yeah.
a long ass fucking drive.
You go through West Virginia definitely a little bit. Depending on which way you take.
Yeah, I remember leaving Virginia. We went through West Virginia. It was a whole thing. So, interestingly enough, though, this is contained to just Virginia.
Allegedly.
So where do we start
Maybe
with this?
just reports aren't coming out of other states. My first thought initially, weirdly enough, was that, all right, because I'm a crypto guy. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe motherfuckers are seeing devil monkeys, which are the smaller, more simian-like, baboon-esque, hairy, mean-spirited fuck-alls that attack people throughout the Midwest. Not that they're necessarily known for being prevalent in Virginia, but I wanted it not to be something supernatural. My instinct was like, all right, let's find some sort of cryptozoological parameter. But over and over again, they don't have horns. Maybe they could have like an auburn hair.
One of them did have horns, though, like a classic devil.
A devil monkey?
Oh no, I'm sorry. No,
it's what I mean.
Oh yeah, the monkey.
And no devil monkeys ever had hooves.
No,
so I had to just. That was me just trying to fucking.
But a sheep squatch,
shoehorn it in there.
A sheep squatch, though,
That's
does.
different. That's different. So my thought is we're really dealing with different things. One, obviously, it's a fucking goat. That was clearly a goat. You saw a goat, you freaked yourself out.
I mean, are
It's a
goats
fucking
big
goat.
in Virginia? Is that a thing?
Well, it doesn't even have to be that big. They're tiny. That's the whole point.
All right. I'm just saying, like, per capita, if you go to Virginia, like, most goats per capita.
I've not studied the data.
Is there a
Wasn't
census
prepared,
out there
man. I
about
don't know.
this?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, say, there were more goats in Virginia than Illinois, but then I could be wrong. I don't know.
And we can't
Yeah.
find Illinois in the
Then
map.
say
so it's not gonna help
Maine?
us. Yeah,
But Maine
really.
might be fucking chock full of goats.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
What determines what's full
I'm
of
saying
goats?
we don't know.
Yeah, where do goats
we don't
live?
know. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
They live on farms.
Yeah.
all the time,
Is
though?
it like Rocky Mountain goats, like the man
is
goats?
Is there like wild goats? Like if you're in the woods, does a goat show up? Is that how goats work?
Yeah.
Is there just one?
No, I don't know about
You go to
wild
where there's
goats.
tough ass mountains, you're gonna get tough ass goats.
Yeah, you do. That's a tough ass goat mountain.
Well, all right. I'm just saying, if you're in the woods and fucking there's a goat, is that like a herd?
All right, dismissing the
Like
goat
deer?
factor. Goats are not bipedal. Goats are generally
Exactly.
not red.
Can goats survive in nature alone?
Yeah.
Can they
Otherwise, it
really,
wouldn't have
though?
existed in nature until
They're
we
not
domesticated
dogs.
Dogs can survive.
them. And dogs
stop.
can totally survive.
They can
Yeah,
send
exactly.
die.
Dogs can survive.
Wolves,
No, there's wild dogs all over this area.
they're
How
gonna
dare
die.
you?
They're gonna be dead.
They won't. I'll save them. I'll save every single goddamn
If they're
dog.
born wild, yes. Once they see a human, they start crying and then they die.
All right, so the weird part about this to me is that it is pretty close to the classic depiction of a devil. Like the
Well,
classic. I mean, not so
well,
much the
all
red
right.
tail, but little
didn't get a
tiny,
tail, but-
diminutive, hooved fucking feet.
Yes.
Like it's pretty close.
Bi-
Sort of,
Bipedal.
but they still sound like satyrs.
Toothy.
They do, which is
But
close.
satyrs and classic little red devils are virtually indistinguishable.
Yeah.
Well, some are. Some depictions of them are. Some are not.
I mean, they didn't have a little tiny pitchfork, which would be adorable, by the way.
Yeah.
They didn't have one, but they kind of fit that description of like a little fucking pan, like a little, with a satyr. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Pan is a satyr, so
Okay,
yeah,
all right,
you're good.
Cool. It's a thing.
Sure.
I didn't know about, but whatever.
So,
Fine.
so they could represent
Oh,
like
man.
these nature spirits
All right, yeah.
that, through a prism of Christianity, are being interpreted as demonic. The fact that they're
Yeah.
small seems fucking unique to me, except that maybe the kids are the crazy ones that come out and let themselves be
there's
seen.
full size ones.
Sure. I mean, yeah,
They could be babies.
baby satyrs.
Okay.
And if that's the case, then maybe they're just the young punks that are coming out like, oh, hands up, shark tooth grin.
Yeah.
I'm chasing stoners.
Yeah.
Cut it out, Randy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Don't let people see you. You know the rules.
Dad shows up. Knock it off. Get back in the cave. They have caves. I don't want
up
to.
a
I don't want to
lemonade
assume they have
stand.
caves.
Stop hurting each other.
Oh, are you calling back to me? Pre-pod conversation about screaming at kids all weekend long.
Anyhow.
Thanks, guys. Maybe. I mean, yeah, maybe they call them back into the woods where they play flutes and shit, like Jethro Tull.
Sure.
All right, cool, sweet.
Absolutely.
He could be a satyr.
They could be a
Or
satyr.
they could be truly demonic. I mean, they could be like a portal to hell somewhere.
I mean, it is interesting though that they are little tiny diminutive devil-looking things located only in Virginia.
So far.
Weird. I mean, could we possibly be looking at some sort of like weird, like You know, I'm kind of freaking out about whatever, and not hallucinate, but like you see something like there's the devil, and you start freaking out maybe because like you're a super Christian or something. Does that happen? Is that a thing? Is it a syndrome?
I'm sure it does happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
definitely
positive.
known people
We all know people that fucking
who
done
have
something
seen
like
the
that.
devil.
Yeah.
And a lot of, most of them are very, very religious.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe if,
And
this is,
so
if these are super religious
can you
people,
say there's you could say the devil would be more inclined to try to tempt a super religious person?
that's
or
that's
if you're a super
Or-
religious person, you are more inclined to see the devil.
You could also say that.
Does that just
Yeah.
have a breakthrough?
no,
No.
that's cheating a
Because
little
that's
bit.
just what it
Is that a
is.
T-shirt? Really? You won't give it to me?
you know.
It's really not much of a revelation, no.
The listeners might support me in this, and they want that T-shirt.
It could be pity.
It could be. It's
Yeah.
okay. You can pity me all you want. That's fine, as long as I get that dirty, dirty T-Public money.
Here's where I'm going on
$2
this.
a T-shirt.
Mark doesn't care about you. How about that shirt?
Wow.
First of all, I
How about
love
Mark
all,
just wants your money.
I love all of our listeners, and T-Public doesn't pay a shit. So there, I said it.
That's facts.
Facts
All right.
revealed.
We do it because we love to draw shit.
No, because honestly, we like to see our T-shirts. That's the only reason.
Yeah, it's also true,
we make
too. I
nothing
know.
off of T-Public.
Oh,
Not
I
a
love it,
fucking
though.
thing.
But, I was thinking that fucking, if there is some sort of nexus in Virginia, there's not like legends like the Jersey Devil or anything. There's not something that goes back centuries. But
Right.
what could be a somewhat new development? And I know we were talking shit back in the Dumbcat days about fucking Operation Pitchfork, which was our little twisted spin on fucking Operation Paperclip, where we recruited demons from the great fucking war with hell.
For the Dumpcat or for the
It was
NASA Gargoyle?
don't even bother with it.
Okay.
It might have been NASA Gargoyle too.
think it was, yeah.
But there was also a Nazi scientist in Dumpcat.
Oh yeah, with the cat, and you raised him and you loved him.
But regardless of its origins, what if there's like a fucking a sanctuary? You guys remember that movie Gargoyles, that made-for-TV movie from like the late 70s?
yeah, it was slightly terrifying.
It was definitely
It was
terrifying.
kinda scary,
It had
but-
Stan Winston fucking
the
thing.
lead
Yeah,
gargoyle
yeah,
was
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of terrifying.
What if there's like a hatching ground for fucking demonic things, regardless of why it would be there?
Right.
That just happens to this just happens to be a spawning ground for the fucking demons.
Weird.
I just love the idea that
these-
the concentration of tiny but clearly, at least by Judeo-Christian standards, diabolical entities would all be in this geographic area. And if they're going to be small, they don't have to be kids. They just could be diminutive. But a hatching ground to me just sounds like it's a fucking fascinating idea.
Yeah, hatching, sure,
like
but
Virginia's like their nest.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's kinda
but like I
cute.
said, by Christian standards, it could be just the breeding ground of this cryptid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
By that,
But
those
why
standards.
wouldn't there be like literally decades, centuries of
Yeah.
legends? There aren't, as far as I know.
Do you
I-
think?
you know,
Unless
it-
most people that saw little red devils on their porches, unlike Bob in '68, when
Right.
his mom is going through the hell of childbirth at home with hopefully some assistance, and Dad's like, "Go wash your hands," and you're like seeing. Maybe it just smells blood
if
and it's
Dad-
hungry. Maybe
well,
it's just
maybe,
an animal.
maybe they're mostly nocturnal or something, and you don't see a lot of them, or maybe it's the
But a
opposite.
lot of people
or,
do
They're maybe they're
report
like
them,
a
maybe.
raccoon, like the nocturnal raccoon with its tiny little furry paws.
Yeah,
of
but
love.
people know what raccoons look like.
But maybe these are sort of like a similar. What about your theory there about like the not like the undiscovered species, but like the civilization living adjacent to us that no one knows about
From the deep, deep
from
earth.
the deep, deep earth, or just maybe even there's a deep, deep forest. A lot of forests in Virginia.
There are.
Just saying,
So,
these
yeah.
things could be
Maybe
living
there could be a lot
alongside
of
us, and we have
reasons
no
for
idea.
that.
But why are they just showing up starting in '68, but then
Maybe-
prevalently in the '90s?
Maybe they're not,
'Cause
man. Maybe they're just getting seen more because people are fucking expanding out into like their territory.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know?
Encroachment.
I mean, they
classic
could have
encroachment
been
theory.
out and just nobody saw them.
Yeah.
Or didn't report them, because we all know probably
That true. That
7 out of every 10 things seen are not reported.
yeah.
right.
Even to friends, much less public forums.
Well, if you guys see a fucking red devil, tell me. I hope.
What do you guys think?
I don't think it's demonic in any way. There's no reason to think that, except for
The laughter. And the way it's mocking you like fucking
Right.
like middle school girls at the other table
Well,
trying to be
yeah.
a dick.
he
All right.
heard laughter.
He heard laughter.
That doesn't mean
It could be
was
some
laughter.
kind of like, it could be some kind of like weird call that they have. You know.
You're right. It could be.
Imagine the first person who ever heard a hyena. probably shat all their pants.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
Or even if you hear a gaggle of geese from a distance, it sounds like a goddamn
Yeah,
cocktail
no,
party.
I
where
do.
Dude,
everybody's
back
giggling.
there is terrifying sometimes in the summer. It's
Dude.
just they all congregate in the quarry. What is that noise? And I go, it's just a billion fucking geese yelling.
Yeah, like I have every Monday a whole group of ducks that come that want me to feed them, but I can't because I don't carry bread with me on a regular basis. Not my
You don't
thing.
want to feed them bread anyway.
And it's a duck. It's a bunch of ducks quacking, and I'm still just like, ugh. I get freaked out a little bit. I'm like,
All
sorry
right,
guys.
so
ain't
it could
got nothing
be a
for you."
natural animal sound
Duck
that
fear.
people are
Very well-
misinterpreting
Yeah, I fear ducks totally.
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
laughter.
It could be.
Could be totally.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that one fucker, the two stoners, I'm calling
Yeah,
them
but
out.
that's the
see,
thing,
you
though,
just-
man. I mean,
But
yeah.
the two
All right.
stoners heard
Yeah,
clear
like-
after.
The two health buffs
Yeah,
that were
but-
at the old college trails.
Come on,
Granola
you know
lords.
what they, yeah, you know what they were doing. Like,
Regardless
it's
of
real
what they were
easy to-
doing, it pops out and laughs, books past one, chases the other until he fucking
Yeah,
shits himself and
but
goes away,
dude,
then hooks into the forest.
It's so easy to
and
get
giggles.
stoned and paranoid, and a fox crosses your path, and you're like, dude, it was a fucking red devil.
Oh,
that was
no,
fucking. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying.
No, bullshit. I call bullshit on that just like I call bullshit on pink elephants. I've been high enough. I've certainly been drunk enough. You don't fucking actively hallucinate.
No, not hallucinate. Just become paranoid.
Paranoid's one thing. Seeing a
saying.
red fox and going, oh, it was rabid and it chased Randy down the thing, that's one thing. Saying it was a
saying,
bipedal
man.
hooved red devil who laughed maniacally and
Okay.
then ran after him and then veered into the woods and laughed more.
Sure.
I might be
On
pulling
certain
a
drugs.
Stretch Armstrong.
All right.
That's
On the,
complete-
old,
but
on the old LDS.
Yeah, but even
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, yeah.
That's
if
completely
if you're gonna
possible.
trip that hard
As
on,
ma-
on LSD, that's fucking hard.
No, I've heard a lot of stories that were worse than that from people that have had
yeah,
trips.
but I don't know. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I mean, you've eaten, or well, I guess edible weed wasn't a thing back then.
Maybe
but-
they were both living with the shame of diabetes and they went out there to get their
Oh,
insulin fix.
no, and then they
Not
accidentally ate
realizing-
Snickers bars and they got fucked
Oh,
up.
they both had lows at the same time.
Yeah, dude, totally. It could happen.
Maybe Virginia is where lovers go to have low blood sugars.
Yeah, exactly.
That could be.
But I still think that there is an interesting phenomenon in that it's geographic consistency and
It is
not
inter-
so much the
that is-
appearance though,
it is
because
interesting,
you got
yeah.
a white one that's walking.
I know,
you got the
you're
goat
right.
one that's walking. You got the brown one. So only a handful are red, even though they were referred to in the article I looked at as little red devils or Virginia red devils. They're not. It's not really consistent.
Not,
No,
not
I think
even
it's a lot of
remotely.
different
Not really.
phenomenon that are involved.
Yeah.
And I'm with Chris in that I'm more inclined with the idea that it's cryptozoological than paranormal.
Right.
Though I love the idea of like some sort of a breeding ground, regardless of its origins. But why there? Why? Well, I shouldn't even say now because the '90s is, decades ago now.
I mean, if it is something paranormal, calling back to the Indian, the local, Native
American lore.
folklore, then
Which was what
which would be
Wayland was suggesting it might be.
which is interesting because we've heard plenty of different stories of Native American folklore. With similar type creatures, maybe not so diminutive, but like with what was the little weird green elephant skin thing?
the fucking dairy
the
fairy.
dairy fairy,
Yeah.
yeah, something sort of like that. We actually heard from somebody who lived in that town. They were like, I had not heard of the story yet. Thank you so much for the story. So shout out to you, good listener, for emailing us that. So if you've maybe heard of this in Virginia,
or seen
we have
something.
tons of listeners in Virginia. So if
Alright.
if you've seen or heard of it, let us know. But yeah, back to the point there. Maybe it is some sort of local Native American lore that maybe like almost like a water spirit.
But that
maybe
once you
just
start
something
going
that,
into like, and yes, the
tricksters, yeah. I mean, he's trying to get a smoke, man.
Once
He's
you
trying
start
to get a smoke.
going into that shit, you really start getting into. I hate to say it, you start getting into ultra terrestrial realm.
Well, I mean, look, I
You
don't want to be the guy that says it with a podcast that goes there, but clearly with a podcast that goes there.
I'm not saying I want to
Just
be there.
saying, doesn't have to be necessarily an ultra-terrestrial if it's just some sort of Native American spirit that just wants to smoke. Just fucking give it a smoke.
All right, I'll take that.
Just give it a Camel Light.
All right, so a nicotine
give
jonesing
it
Native American
Camel
spirit.
Light.
That's where you're at for real.
No, I didn't say that. I'm not.
You just did.
I'm okay. I did say that, but I'm not off the demonic tip. You don't know that. What if these are little tiny devils and there's a gateway to hell?
Okay.
The shark tooth. You know what it was? It
Yeah.
was the little fucking red hands coming out of the shrubs. That's just like
The
hey,
back
man,
scratchers.
Relax.
Yeah,
relax.
It's all cool. Calm down, dude.
And then it's all fucking
hey, dude,
toothy and
it's
hateful.
cool.
And you're just like, fuck.
Little Red Hands, for some reason, I do think of a fox.
That
though.
creeps me
Yeah,
out.
yeah, I do, me
Oh,
too.
fox raising
No,
his
I'm
hands from
just
behind
saying.
the bush.
I'm just saying.
Sure, why not?
What, in surrender?
Yeah.
No, or just fucking caution.
The classic Virginia surrender fox?
Look it up. It's there.
You ever seen a fox in the wilderness? It's weird.
I've never seen a fucking fox raise its hands.
Just saying.
No.
No, I'm not saying I have. I'm saying, have you ever seen a fox in the wilderness? They are weird.
I have seen a fox by a
They
roadside.
are weird.
I don't spend
and,
much time
and
in the
again,
wilderness.
they are weird.
They look like fucking foxes.
Okay, just saying, not out of the realm of possibility, unless of
Like
course.
weird how?
I don't know, just weird
Like
creatures.
weird compared to fucking elephants, or
no,
weird
because you
compared
never
to other
really,
canines?
you never really see them, and you look at them, and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yes, when I
It's
first saw a
bizarre.
fox, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
fox. I've
Yeah.
never seen one before.
They always kind of remind like a cat dog.
They are cat dogs.
Like, is it a cat? Is it a dog? Is it a dog? Is it a cat? What is
It's a
it?
dog.
Is it a
but
dog?
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a canine.
It's definitely more Canaan, yeah.
Why has no one domesticated the fox?
Dude,
People have them.
There's a whole YouTube video. Like in Russia, they had domesticated fox, and they're
Yeah.
fucking adorable.
I love foxes.
They're so goddamn cute because they got fluffy tails and shit. I kind of want a fox.
I,
Walk bipedally,
The dope shit.
I mean, they're like,
raise their hands, and
I guess
obsequiousness.
they're like a
Yeah.
dog with
They
like
smile, then they run
yeah,
away.
like a dog with a cooler tail.
Well,
It turns on you, you're fucked. Well, not really, but
I mean, depends on the size.
yeah,
any dog could do that.
they don't really get that big.
Yeah, literally every dog could do that.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a wolf, it'd be different.
You're right.
I know, if it was a hamster, it would be different.
That's a little tiny hamster fucking with you. So where are
Anyway.
we all at? Are you guys
Nothing.
both nothing?
Nowhere.
Okay, cool.
Nowhere.
No. So what do you guys, Rob? What you were on the what again?
I like to think it's a secret demon
All
breeding
right,
ground.
Secret Demon Breeding Ground.
Yeah.
Could Ray Dawn Chong be there
Why wouldn't she be?
because she's awesome?
Of course.
And Christopher, you think this might be some sort of cryptid, possibly?
Yeah, it could easily be a cryptic
Okay,
breeding
cool.
ground with not radon Chong.
Maybe that. Oh, you're not gonna include Ray Dawn Chong? in that?
Nah, I don't think so.
When her and her daughter, and they're like, "Why did you look?" And she turned into a fucking. Remember that?
I know
And
Tales
the
from the
dog-
Dark Side, the
Yeah.
movie, of course.
Because you're like, dude, you had Ray Dawn Chong. Why did you look?
Why was she there?
No, she
though?
was like, "Why did you tell?"
Or
You
yeah,
weren't
oh,
supposed
yeah,
to
why,
tell.
yeah. I thought it was look, but yeah. Why would you tell? Like, don't.
Well,
fucking-
because he loved her and they had a relationship. He's like, "I'm going
But
to tell you about the
but you
weirdest
want
thing
to
I ever
protect
saw."
her. Don't tell, and then you told and you lost her.
Well, he didn't know he was fucking a demon.
And then she and the daughter flew away.
As demons.
They did float. They did fly
Exactly,
away.
but that's why you don't tell.
Don't tell.
Yeah,
Silence. is
Show me,
golden.
don't tell me.
There you go. Show me, don't. Yeah.
and that's when to grow on.
There you go. I'm gonna stick with it's the fucking demonic.
It's the demonic.
It's
So we're
the
in the
demonic.
demon pool together, you and me.
I think we
Alright.
are. Yeah.
Enjoy your
Super
hell.
demon?
Enjoy your
Yeah.
hell.
Cool.
There's got to be a portal. Sorry,
I mean,
Virginia.
maybe if there is a place that is going to happen,
Listen,
why not Virginia?
I would.
Why not?
I would
I don't
prefer it to
know.
be cryptozoology, but the
No, I
fact that
would
there's
too.
no great history of the thing
No.
means it's a recent
It
neighborhood development.
means it's
Yeah.
devils.
It means it's devils. Yeah, dude.
the
Sometimes
residents of hell are expanding northward, aka towards the surface of Earth.
maybe it does have something to do with the Appalachian Trail. You never know.
I don't know.
Maybe
you
there's
just,
fucking,
you just want to incorporate the Appalachian Trail in there. You
I
are,
really
no pun
do.
intended, hell-bent on putting the Appalachian Trail in there.
I just want to incorporate it because it's goddamn it, it's not incorporated enough.
Okay.
So
Okay, I look forward to your book.
Yeah,
The
Mark
Appalachian
Storrs,
Trail
the Appalachian
of
Trail
Devils by Mark Storrs.
Devils. All right, there you have it. That is our take on the Little Devils. Side note from Virginia.
The Little Red
The
Devils
Little Red Devils of Virginia.
of Virginia.
Thank you all so very much for joining us. As always, the social medias, the Instas, the Twitters, the Facebook. Check out the Facebook fan group. It is super fucking fun. And thank you to everyone that contributes. It's an awesome
Yes.
time. I
Yeah,
enjoy it.
absotronically.
Patreon.com/Kryptonaut Podcast. $5 get you bonus audio and thank you. $1 get you a thank you. Thank you to everyone that contributes to that. It's super awesome. We appreciate it so very much. And we will have some more tiers opening up. Look for that soon. TeePublic, right? I think we may have lambasted them a little bit as far as their payment this episode. But, it is what it is. We enjoy making T-shirts. And
We
we
do.
enjoy,
Yeah.
more I like seeing people wear them as shit.
Absolutely.
That's cool. when there's a fucking dude at a con wearing your shirt, you're like, fuck, that's awesome.
I know.
So,
Every time.
Yeah, money or not, thank you all so very much. T-Public, check that out. And I'm talking to you soon.
Goodbye, sweet listeners.
Oh.
The devil has come.
No.
Yeah, that was you didn't see that coming.
Oh, you know what we should give a shout out to, actually, is our YouTube listeners.
Hell yeah.
Because we upload these and they automatically get published to YouTube.
Yeah, I forget about
and
that.
there's actually quite a lot of comments on our YouTube channel.
Really?
But we just don't really
I can
ever
forget
go
about
check
it.
it out. Yeah, because there's Apple Podcasts, there's Spotify, there's Stitcher Radio, there's so many fucking different podcast platforms that I always forget about YouTube for some reason.
Well, because it's not like it's a popular format for podcasts that are just audio
Yeah,
podcasts.
no, I mean, it's literally a picture of our
YouTube.
logo and it fucking plays an episode. But you know what? Thank you, good YouTube listeners out there. I appreciate you. And at some point, I'll log into the account and I'll reply to comments. I just haven't been able to do it recently because I'm logged into a different Google account on my phone. It's like I got to log in. It's two-factor authentication. It's a pain in the ass. But thank you, YouTube listeners. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Christopher. Thank you,
You're
Robert.
welcome.
And talking to you.
You know, what I'm really glad is, for one time, we kept the devil on the table.
That's where the devil stays on the fucking table. We're talking to you soon.
Bye.
I got nothing.
No, come on, do something for Christ's sake. It's on you,
It's
dude.
too late now.
Why would
Chris
you do
had
it?
it.
No, Chris
You
wicked us.
dropped the ball.
Chris wicked it. Chris wicked us to the
didn't-
Dark Lord.
No, I didn't. There's nothing happened. I just said bye and then went.
And then you looked at me.
Yeah,
as
you
if somehow
stared.
I had more to fucking contribute.
Because sometimes you do. You say something funny or you come up with
Sometimes I
something.
do.
A lot of times you do.
Not this time.
Fine, bye.
This is serious.
God damn it.
There's devils out there. And you're fucking around.
Oh, we got to make our escape.
Oh, we're talking to you.